Hey everyone, hope you are well. Today is 1 week away from the Euros 2020, and today I'm going to be predicting the entire Euros, which I'm so excited for and looking forward to. So right now I have a screen share where I'll be sharing my tournament predictions using the UEFA Euro 2020 tournament predictor. So for the first group, let me just maximize it. For me, Italy has Chiesa, Insigne, Bonucci at the back. It's a very solid team. Also, Italy of the past is going to set up very defensively. They're going to be hard to beat, especially for Switzerland and Turkey doing so well. For me, I think Italy are just going to come up top in Group A. And I think Wales also have Aaron Ramsey and Gareth Bale, who on their day can do very well, but sometimes they don't turn up. For me, the second place is between Switzerland and Turkey. I think Switzerland are just going to make shy of second place. So I'm going to put Turkey in second place. And Switzerland in third. And sorry, my Welsh fans, Wales are just going to make fourth place. Group B, we have Russia, Belgium, Denmark, and Finland. So I think Belgium have a very solid team. Denmark have to win this group in order to make it. A confident Denmark would do so well. Finland can surprise people, but I don't think they'll turn up. For me, Russia will win the group. Denmark in second, Belgium in third, and Finland just finishing fourth. Group C, we have Austria, Macedonia, Ukraine, and Netherlands. Netherlands are to win the group. Even without Virgil van Dijk, they still have Memphis Depay, Steven De Vrij at the back alongside Delic. They've also got Gini Ronaldo in midfield. I'm confident that it's very easy for them to win this group. For me, Ukraine are second. Ukraine always have a bit of force on the international stage. They always seem to just get out of the group in the Euros, and if not, they do put up a good fight against whoever it is they're put in front of. They've got Zinchenko of Man City, who just won the Premier League title as well not too long ago. Now, the third place is between Austria and Macedonia. Austria, I'm going to put them in third just because they have David Alba and Natovic are some very good players in that squad, and Macedonia in fourth, but of course this could be different. Hopefully some of my predictions are right so far. Now it comes into the dreaded group that England dwell. So we got Scotland, England, Croatia, and Czech Republic. This is going to be very hard to predict. I think all of these games are banana skin for England from an England's fan perspective. Any team with Modric and Perisic has to be highly considered, so that's Croatia. I do think that England are going to win the group. We can expect 5 to 7 points out of the group, and I'm going to go with England in first place just because I'll back my club and stand by them. I'm going to put Croatia in second just because they have Modric and Perisic, and they also have a strong team. Overall, defensively wise, they tend to do well as well. Scotland in third for me, and Czech Republic just at the end. Next, we have Group E, Poland, Spain, Sweden, and Slovakia. This is my slight wild card. I think Poland will win the group. Spain draw a couple of games and win a couple of games, but I have a feeling they'll do a back three with Adama Traore, Jordi Alba on the wingback positions. It seems like they got very good players. Even Morata in a Spanish kit is a decent striker, and their midfield is insane. They've got Busquets, Diego, Kake, to name a few. I think Spain will definitely do well, but not as good enough as Poland. I'm going to give Poland a shout as my differential pick, so to speak. Spain in second place for me. Sweden in third, and Slovakia in fourth. However, I think the Euros has a lot more competition value than the World Cup, because in the World Cup, teams like Panama get in, and every single one of these teams are capable of winning the Euros. We've seen this with Denmark and Greece in the last 30-40 years. Group F is the final group. I didn't see anyone other than Portugal and France finishing in the top 2. Germany, of course, are a massive international team. They won the World Cup only 6 or 7 years ago. This is tough to call. I say that with every single group I've called so far. But I think Portugal are going to win it just because of the very strong team they have. They have the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Diego Jota, who are outstanding players and who have done well in the Premier League. Although Ronaldo did not do so well at Juve, Diego Jota, Bruno Fernandes have done well in the Premier League as well and are on full form. I'm going to put Germany in second and France in third. Germany, I feel, will edge it now that Thomas Müller has been called back. France, although have Mbappe and Griezmann, I think Germany will just do well above it. I think Hungary will finish last in the group. Hungary are a team, they have a lot of international pedigree as well. They had some good performances at big international tournaments, but for me, it's just not good enough to compete with the other teams in this Group F. Now let's move on to the round of 16. So for me, now let's predict the 4 best third place teams. So for me, the 4 best third place teams are France, Scotland, Switzerland, and Belgium or Sweden. I'm gonna go with Belgium for a change. So now let's go to the knockout stage and see my predictions onwards. So in the knockout stages, we have the round of 16 with Russia and Scotland. I think Scotland will win this, so I'm going to go Scotland. Now we have Italy versus Ukraine. I think Italy will do well just above Ukraine. Italy are also 20 games unbeaten so far, over 20 games unbeaten so far. And I think they're on full form defensively wise. They do well. So Italy for me. Portugal versus Belgium is a no-brainer. Portugal will win that. Croatia versus Spain is going to be interesting. Both teams with very good players. For me, I feel that Spain will win that. So Portugal, Spain again. Poland versus Switzerland. I think Poland will win that. I don't see Switzerland turning up and putting up a good fight as much as Poland would. England versus Germany. This is going to be really interesting. For me, I think England will just make it through, hopefully on penalties, and hopefully Phil Foden and Saka can save us. So I'm going to go for England to win it. It's going to be a very tough game if this comes true. Netherlands versus France. I'm actually going to go with France. Netherlands without Virgil van Dijk would be a very different story, and it's going to be a different story since he can't play. France have Mbappe and Griezmann, so I am going to go with France to win this. Turkey versus Denmark. For me, it's a no-brainer. I'm going to go for Turkey. And then Poland versus England. I think England will win it. France versus Turkey. France for me. So England versus France. I think England will win it. And Portugal versus Spain. I can see Portugal winning that just because of the depth of the squad they have, and in terms of, Cristiano Ronaldo's last European competition. I think Portugal will win that. Scotland versus Italy. I can actually see Scotland winning that just because of the squad they have, and big up to Kieran Tierney representing Arsenal for us and playing for Scotland on their starting lineup, hopefully. Scotland versus Portugal. Again, I don't think Scotland will make it all the way through, so I am going to go for Portugal again. I hope it's a Portugal-England final, and if I'm predicting this correct, then unfortunately, as much as I love England and will back England all the way through, I just don't trust Gareth Southgate, especially considering the fact that he has so many right backs He left Trent Alexander-Arnold home, Ollie Watkins home. Mason Greenwood is out with an injury, so not going. Although Daniel James is a very good player, I just feel like Southgate will not make the best out of his squad. Hopefully, I'm wrong, and hopefully Bukayo Saka, Phil Foden put on a good performance. We also have a lot of youngsters playing for England, representing the English, so I'm confident that they'll do well, but I just think that Portugal are going to be winners all over again and save their winning title, as well as it's going to be Cristiano Ronaldo's last European competition, so I just think Portugal are going to make it through all over again and prove themselves and hold their victory from the last European competition. So for me, my Euro 2020 winners are Portugal. And if you guys like this video, do make sure to leave a like, kindly subscribe, and make sure to turn on bell notifications to be notified whenever I go live or upload a video. Thanks so much for your support, and hopefully you guys enjoy the Euros. I'm looking forward to it. It's just a week away, and I'm so excited to watch it. But have a great day, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and let's go England. Bring it home.